Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Good morning, Your Honor. Liz Kunkel requesting permission to practice under Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of Jill Bauer. We don't have an appearance in this case, but Legal Services has been advising on a number of these tenants, and I was wondering if the court would like a summary of where we are in.
So before you do that, you want me to give you permission to before we do that, you want me to give you permission to practice or not? You're just going to go ahead.
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Everybody's always a little anxious. Permission to practice is granted. All right. So are you giving me a summary on all of these cases, or are you giving me a summary just on this case?
A summary on all of these cases.
Okay.
So,
all right. Go ahead.
So Legal Services has had the opportunity to review a number of these files, and some patterns that we're seeing is a lack of EIV discrepancy letters before rent is retroactively increased, delays in processing the recertifications on the landlord side affecting tenant rent, even though it shouldn't. And also there are a number of these cases where no repairs have been done since the last hearing.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Mr. Friedman.
we had a breakout
Yes,
session with myself and the legal services attorneys and the clerk, and we have agreed to put this out 4 weeks. We had a unfortunate situation where our primary, I guess I'll use the word bookkeeper, but it's not, she's got more of a title than that, but she had a family medical situation. She had to resign. So we're kind of in a pickle. So I think we need to put it out 4 weeks so we can get our files organized. There are issues that need to be resolved. This is not, these aren't all red herrings, and I'm not trying to be cynical. There are issues that need to be resolved, and we're struggling. We, meaning my firm, struggling to get all the information we need. We did make files available to the legal services, and they've done some reviews, but while reviewing them, they found some, they found stuff missing. I mean, when I say missing, incomplete and that kind of thing. So we got to get it fixed up.
Okay, got it. So just so that I'm clear, that's on this case: Hodges, Gibbs, Haynes, Hobbs, Brown, Stafford, and Gross.
Yes, Your Honor.
But except for Brown.
With the exception,
Brown?
Your Honor, that's because legal services has not met with me.
Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. I was just trying to figure out what cases we were talking about, because Ms. Kunkel wrapped everything into one because she was going to give me that presentation. So I'm kidding. I just wanted to make sure which cases we were talking about. Okay, Ms. Brown, I'll separate yours out. And so all of those cases, my understanding, counsel, is it's agreed to adjourn those out 4 weeks.
Correct.
Is that correct, Ms. Kunkel?
Yes, and for Gibbs, which we do have an appearance on, I would like to set that for a final settlement conference, ideally 4 weeks out, so that we can have time to get the document.
Your Honor, actually, I think on Gibbs,
And
we should just
Sycamore Meadows
adjourn
can
for
have some
4
more time
weeks
to do repairs.
and make sure we have
Okay.
all the documents, and then see if we need a final settlement conference.
Okay, so let me re-ask my question. We're adjourning all of these these cases out 4 weeks, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, real good. So,
You're fine.
hey, what?
You have 3 weeks or 5 weeks?
I have 3 weeks or 5 weeks. I'm not sure what that is. So it'd have to be 5 weeks.
It's 5 then, Your Honor.
Weeks would be November 17th at 11 a.m.
November 17th, 2023 at 11 a.m. for all of those cases. All right. Thank you. Now, Miss Court calls the case of Sycamore Meadows versus Brown. Where are we on this case?
So,
I
Your
don't-
Honor, I can't, go ahead, sir, I'm sorry.
Ellis Friedman for the plaintiff. I'm not sure, is legal services going to represent this one or not?
No, because Miss Bauer has been texting me stating that one of her staff members will reach out to me. As I've told you guys in the last hearing, I got hit by 18-wheeler. So my transportation system is very slim to none, especially with me having 2 kids who do not go to school in district. So busing is not an option. And I still have not had anyone reach out to me, and that's okay because I've been in contact with Sycamore Meadows. I've been in contact with the property manager. I do know that Miss Meeker is no longer there, which was a lot of the reason why we're here in the first place. And I made substantial payments. And I also have Hawk on the list for Hawk to help with the remaining balances. I've spoke with you last court date to get that balance below 3,000. My balance is now 2,639, which does include the payment of October rent. I also talked with the
Miss
property manager.
Brown, Miss Brown,
Yes, sir.
let me stop
Yes.
you. What date did you meet with Hawk?
I had a phone call orientation with Hawk on September 12th.
Okay, let me explain something to you. Those funds, while they're going through their process, those funds aren't there to assist with your rent. Okay? They're not there yet. And even when the funds get here, there are appointments that occurred before your appointment, which would be handled first. And by the time they get to yours, there's no guarantee that there would be funds.
Correct.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to suggest to you. Miss Bauer has been contacting you.
I've been reaching out to her. Yes.
Pardon?
Yes. We've been texting and I'm waiting for her to send someone my way. She said she would have somebody reach out to me.
Okay, I hear you. But you also heard those cases before. They're very busy and they would try to get to you. It's not that you're being ignored. It's just that they got all of these cases and they're trying to work through them. But what it sounds to me like you're trying to do, hold it. What it sounds to me like you're going to try to do is try to deal with this on your own when you may have issues that may result in some adjustment or something to this. And if you do that, I mean, you're free to do that if that's what you want to do. But I strongly advise against it and have legal services represent you so they can look into some of the issues that may involve recertification and put your cases with the other cases.
Your Honor, I know that I've talked to our legal assistant multiple times about connecting with Miss Brown. I'm not sure what the problem is, but if Miss Brown wants to text me some times that she's available for a call, I'd be happy to set that up.
So, Miss Brown, do you want to do that?
If that's what the court is making me do, that's what I have to do.
Well, I'm not forcing you to do anything. You can do whatever the heck you want to do. I'm just saying, if you want to go that route, you can go ahead that route. You're trying to tell me that there's going to be this payment at the end that I'm trying to tell you is not there right now.
And I'm okay with that because I'm still making payments. So even if it comes to the fact that when they finally get to my number, they don't have it, I'm planning to have the balance resolved.
Okay, you want to play it? Let's just do it then. When do we want to do this case? Because I'm ready to try it. Mr. Friedman?
Anytime you want. Whatever's good for you.
When's my next trial?
Would like to tell you that Wednesday, October 25th.
Non-jury trial, Wednesday, October 25th, 2023 at 9 a.m. in person.